to Norfolkfords. Me and Dad are off spraying today with the Mighty T6, the beautiful Schaefer, beautifully reliable, and we're going to show off the newest addition to the farm, end sensors. These are the TOPCON units, so we're already integrated with TOPCON all over this tractor. So this is going to be showing off my understanding is these scan the infrared sort of colours of a plant and can detect its health. Now, that sounds like some brilliant, like space-age science, and apparently this technology has been available for the past sort of 15-20 years, so this is the first time we've had this style of thing on the farm. So we're going to have a little bit of a go with it and see what it actually does. Does it know the difference between wheat, barley or tulips? You know. So you now join us in the office and we're going to have a look at what the end sensors have picked up on that round of spraying.
Right, so when you press complete on the sprayer, yeah, you press finished and done, didn't you? So the job was finished,
yep,
or what they call a task. That task then goes through a modem in the tractor, so over the mobile network, uploads onto a cloud into internet. So then when we come home, or even whilst you're still doing it, I can then look at the maps. So if you was out spraying, I can actually come back here and see what's going on. So if I go over here, click on there, I've actually got a shortcut which brings me to, here we go. Now that's showing you exactly where the tractor is currently, where it's in the shed, and these are where our fields are dotted about. Okay.
Yeah, just a little spread out.
Yep, so we do travel a little bit now and again, but not when only when we have to. Right, so now then, if we just zoom in a little bit here, and it's literally click, you know, rolling and clicking in. So tractor's in the shed, and you can even see which shed it's in, look. Right, so this is one of your barley fields, one of the quite nice ones. We click on that. That's the boundary area set by the tractor, which we do actually need to edit a little bit because we've not included this piece down here, which was set aside.
Yes.
But that has been left bare land, and you'll see that when we look at the results. So, okay, so coming across to this side, click there, and it loads up the data we've already gained from that. So that's even showing us where we've power harrowed and what area we covered with a power harrow.
Yep.
And these are the last time two times we sprayed. That's the last time we sprayed when we just done it, yeah. So you click the little sensor here and give it a minute, and there it is. And that's how the crop is looking. So now the darker areas are better, the lighter areas are less. And what that's measuring is how much green is being reflected off of the crop. The more green being reflected, the higher the chlorophyll, the higher the plant health, the more the plant is working, so the better the plant. Yeah?
Yeah, good explanation.
Yep. So down the bottom here, can you remember I said that was bare land?
Yes.
That's just showing you that bare land does not perform well being left bare, because all the microbial activity in that soil is gone and has died off or left and gone elsewhere. So it's only starting to regenerate because we've got a crop on it. So it's far better to have a cover of weeds even than it is to leave it bare, as long as the weeds don't seed down. Alright, so then you can look here, and across here we had a track, and you can see across here it's actually poorer. So there's a strip going across here, and then there's another strip coming through here which was poor so through there was poor because that was a bare strip of land. Around that outside was bare again, like that. So it just shows you where the bad bits are, and we shouldn't leave land bare.
Yeah.
Right, so if we now untick that one and tick the previous one, so
this was last month.
This was 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
You can see that track I was talking about was actually more pronounced then even, look. Through here, the bare bit there and bare bit around here, and the track across there, because this was daffodils last year and where we left it bare. So they do not perform well because the activity, the microorganisms in the soil aren't there working, feeding the plant. And down here again, look how bad that is. So it's all part and parcel of it. So now what we can do is you can actually create a variable rate map from these. What the real clever bit is, in that tractor you can set it up to put more and less fertiliser on as you drive. So you can set where it's good, we'll put less fertiliser, and where it's bad we'll put a little bit more. Or if the crop is extremely bad, you can only put fertiliser on the good bits to help them and don't worry about the bad bits, depending on what crop it is and what you're trying to do. So there's multiple ideas of that.
Either way, the potential for money saving is
quite
good. Yeah.
Also, you can also use that on the sprayer for variable rate on the sprayer, because where you've got a disease pressure is from where the plant health is lower and disease can get in. So why put a full rate dose there? Why not save some of that and put a bit more there perhaps? Yeah. So you've got a full rate here and perhaps 3/4 rate or even half rate there, which is all one, saving inputs, two, saving money, but also saving the environmental impact of what you're doing. So that's all helping. And that will actually do that as you do it. You don't have to come back here and map it out and send a map to the tractor. Yeah. But you can. So each time we go through the field, we're collecting data in effect. What I can now go and do as a manager is see there's a bad bit there and there's a good bit there, and go and walk the two pieces and find out what the differences are. And what I've done on the tulip crop is you'll take a bad sample of a leaf and a good sample of a leaf send those leaves away to be analysed, what they call sap analysis, right? So the sap analysis then will tell you what's the shortfalls, and suddenly you can find out maybe a magnesium or a boron deficiency, and then you can up that quite easily and quite quickly. So suddenly you've got a very powerful tool here. So instead of me having to walk that whole field, which would take 3/4 of an hour, probably an hour to walk it properly, and when it's in here, like that one is now, you wouldn't really walk it very well. It's too tall to walk and you do more damage. So by going with the sprayer each time, you can then record and gain data. So that's what we're doing with it. We're learning about it all the time, and it's starting to bring some very good data. So if I then go back, there we are, we're back to that field, and then we can zoom out, then go and look at a different field if we want.
Shall we have a look at the Belmont field that we filmed?
Right, okay, yep. Not that one.
That's peonies.
It's that one, I think. I can't remember what you put it under when we filmed it. That's under poly end, is it? Let's have a look. Are we not? That's not the right one. I've not got the right one there, Lewis.
No, you're still attached to the peonies. So we're still learning about it.
Right, that's poly end, polytunnel end. When you click down, that should have the drop down in, but that's not in that box. Oh yes it is. Hold on, shut up Mark, you don't know what you're on about.
Being too impatient.
Right, this is 14th of July. I didn't realise we'd done exactly a month apart.
I know, it's quite impressive.
Right.
Again, another boundary that needs adjusting.
We've got to adjust those boundaries, yeah. But look where you started the task and came in, look, on bare ground, it didn't like, the sensor didn't like it.
Yeah.
And look how white or light that is. But then here again, we know we've got a heavy strip running through here, don't we?
Yes, that is just the difference in grade, isn't
That's
it?
in soil. So when we planted this, when you drilled it, that was heavier there and a lot more cloddy, wasn't it? So the seed to soil contact was poorer here than it was here. And that can simply be the fact that the seed has sat there longer, not got established, probably 2-3 weeks later even, before it really got going. Whereas over here, there was more moisture, the soil was touching the seed more, therefore it got better contact to do it. And down here again, look. You see a better bit of soil. Years ago, we put a load of peat down here to try and increase the productivity of that bit of soil. And you can see what's happened, look.
Yeah,
that's a lot
obviously
better.
made a difference, hasn't it?
Soil conditioners and peat and things like that were put there. This bit in the middle is quite heavy. So that's showing you exactly that. So we know what the issue is there. So now we must take better notice of it. When we go getting ready for another crop, we want to make that boundary and know what we're doing. But every time you spray, you learn. So let's have a look at what the other one is. What did that one say? Have we got it right? Yep, there we go. There again, showing exactly the same thing. And I suspect that is down to soil type. That's heavy a bit of dirt. Can't get that nice fine tilth to get the seed contact with the soil. So when it doesn't get contact, it's not getting the moisture to get established, to get going. So the seed is obviously, we keep it dry, don't we? You put it in the soil, it moistens up and allows it to shoot, and the roots go out. Well, if it's in a drier piece, that's going to take longer, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah.
Yeah, so therefore that will have less of a growing period than where it's good and had nice moisture. So it's just showing you that. And obviously you learn over time, the more you do this, you learn all the good and the bad bits. So hopefully you'll learn your fields, as it were.
While we're on this, do you want to show me some tulip fields?
Okay, let's have a look. If I go down to, where are we? We've got Tower Corner. We'll quickly click on that one. Have a quick look.
That's okay, so this is still barley.
Still barley.
Yeah.
One of your fields. Here we go. There we are. Now this is where I was saying about we've got to adjust the sensors on there to make sure that it goes all the way around the outside a bit better. But we know that's a better bit of soil. Here again is a little bit heavier, isn't it?
Yeah, we knew that when drilling.
So we need to put more soil conditioners in here to try and lighten that up and open the texture up. It's quite heavy. And here in the corner, that's a very wet bit where everybody jams when they always come in the field, isn't it? Yeah. So we know what that is partly. But also the ditch needs digging out. We've been on to the council about, the ditch goes down there. We've been on to the council about it, and I've said I'll dig my ditch, but there's no point because the water goes this way. So there's no point me digging that out if the water can't then get away. So we need to get that addressed. But that's showing you here, wet corner again, because the ditch is not dug out. Down this side is not good. So it just shows you how that can suddenly affect because your neighbours haven't dug the ditch out.
There's a lot of things that can affect, really.
Oh, yeah,
even from far away, you never really notice, do you?
No, no. But that's just showing you where the good bits are. I can now pick them out and know because I know the fields quite well. You'd perhaps struggle to know that, but you could ask, can't you? Or you learn, don't you?
Yeah.
Then we've got the last time we went through, which is a little bit different again, isn't it? They're showing you how that's heavier soil in this corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still showing you those wet bits, so yeah. So, okay, right, now then, let us go back. Where are we? I want to go to W24. Tulip 21, I think it's that one. Right, now this is the show field. You know the field we had where all of the we had all the people, the visitors come and raised all the money, didn't we?
Yep, for Tapping House, yeah.
That's it. This is that field. So now the last time that was sprayed was 13th. And there we are. And if you look here, that's a really good piece there. That's not quite so good. That's a good piece again. Now some of this is varietal. I know through there's a really strong ground variety. Over here is the yellow one, which is a nice one. The big bulbs are planted here and they get smaller and smaller. So I'm not too surprised to see that strip through there, because these are big bulbs, they're small bulbs.
So they're still needing the time to mature and stuff, sort of thing?
So they've not grown as much as these have, so I can understand why that's showing less plant health there, because there's smaller plants. So,
but it kind of does prove all these things that you're going over is these maps are very interesting, but you need to know.
You've still got to know your field. Yeah,
you've still got to know. Your
these
field.
are a management tool to help. They haven't got the answers. You've got to go look for the answers, but it tells you where to look. You see, and again here, this is big bulbs again through here, going into smaller bulbs.
Yeah, slowly thins out.
Yeah, yeah. So, but also you can see that there's a bit of a difference here. Look, where that's better in the middle. I think, if I remember rightly, this field is slightly curved. Yeah,
yeah,
and that can be where the water has run to the middle and is sitting a bit damper, so they've grown a bit better, not suffered so much with the dry weather, which we've had a very dry spring. So, but that's just a start of what we can do. Then you can really go into the side here and start playing with adjustments and things in here and how to do it. So, but yeah, we're learning and we're getting better at it, and it is giving us useful data. So, okay.
Lovely job.
Righto, I'll leave that with you then.
All right. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. See you in a bit.